Hello students, good morning to everyone. As you all know that we are going to study entrepreneurship development, which is included in the 5th semester. Till now we have completed 2 units of entrepreneurship development, and today we are going to start third unit, that is support systems. But before starting this unit, we will see what are the different unit outcomes you have to achieve at the end of this unit. The first one is describe the support system required for the specified enterprise. The second one unit outcome you have to obtain is that you all are able to describe the help provided by the government agencies for the specified product or service. After that, our aim is to achieve next unit outcome, that is describe the help provided by the non-governmental agencies for the specified product or service. And the last one unit outcome of this unit is compute the break-even point for the specified business enterprise, setting the assumptions made. These are the few unit outcomes you have to achieve at the end of the unit. Now let us start the actual content of the third unit, that is first point, categorization of MSME ancillary industries. Now you all know what is MSME. It is the micro, small and medium enterprises. This sector has emerged as a highly vibrant and dynamic sector in the Indian economy over the last 5 decades. There are two types in this, like manufacturing enterprises and service enterprises. Now we will see what is the actual manufacturing enterprise and service enterprises. Manufacturing enterprises is nothing but the enterprises engaged in the manufacture or production of goods as per development and regulation which comes under Act 1951, or employing plant and machinery in the process of value addition to the final product, having a distinct name or character or use. Service enterprises is nothing but the enterprises engaged in providing or rendering of service and are defined in terms of investment and in equipment. At MCD, the National Institute for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises is the pioneering national institute under the aegis of Ministry of MSME, Government of India, that has been instrumental in conducting several outstanding training programs, research programs or consultancy studies since 1962. This is about the MSME, and now we will see the actual classification of MSME. Is that there are 3 parts, like first one, micro enterprises, small enterprises and medium enterprises. The classification is done on the basis of investment and turnover. The micro enterprises investment in plant and machinery or equipment is less than 1 crore and turnover is less than 5 crore. It does not exceed 5 crore. After that, the second one is a small enterprise. Small enterprise having investment in plant and machinery or equipment is less than 10 crore and the turnover does not exceed 5 crore rupees. And the last one is medium enterprise. Medium enterprise investment is less than 50 crore and turnover is always be less than 250 crore rupees. Remember the values and how they are classified on the basis of investment in and turnover. Now the next point is support systems, government agencies. Yes, definitely you are seeing right that this is the revision of getting information from concerned stakeholders. In the last unit, we had seen this point, different concerned stakeholders. In that we have seen that MCD, National Institute for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, NIMSME, PMEGP concept, after that DI and KYC. And in this unit also, the support systems like government agencies, different government agencies also includes these points, similar points, that is MCD, NIMSME, PMEGP, DI, KYC. So it's a revision for all of you, because you are seeing this point at the second time. All the points are exactly same as in the last unit. The first one, government agency as a support system, is Maharashtra Center for Entrepreneurship Development, that is MCD. MCD are committed to plan, provide and monitor services in the area of entrepreneurship to our beneficiaries for sustainable development. It is a training institute in the core area of entrepreneurship development. It works as a facilitator and guide for the creation and cultivation of the entrepreneurial spirit. At MCD, they are committed to, as you know, they are committed to plan, provide and monitor services in the area of entrepreneurship to their beneficiaries for sustainable development. They shall continually made improvement in few points. We will see it later. But before that, you have to know Maharashtra Center for Entrepreneurship Development is one of the center for entrepreneurship development in India, working in the field of entrepreneurship development since 1988. Also, Maharashtra Center for Entrepreneurship Development is an autonomous society working under Directorate of Industries, Government of Maharashtra. It is an ISO certified organization. MCD has been a pioneer in espousing social and economic entrepreneurships since 1988. It is a training institute in the core area of entrepreneurship development. It works as a facilitator and guide for the creation and cultivation of the entrepreneurial spirit in the society. Now we will see what is the vision of the institute. The vision is that to create and develop spirit of entrepreneurship globally. And the mission of Maharashtra Center for Entrepreneurship Development is that it facilitating creation of entrepreneurial and managerial capabilities in individuals and organizations by achieving total customer satisfaction using emerging technologies, ethics and values. Beneficially strong and globally excellent organization appropriately matching with employees' aspiration is the mission of the MCD, that is Maharashtra Center for Entrepreneurship Development. Now we will see what are the different policy that MCD performs to meet vision and mission of the organization. At MCD, as you know, they are committed to plan, provide and monitor services in the area of entrepreneurship to their beneficiaries for sustainable development. That's why they shall continually improve quality of their services. The second one is optimum utilization of resources. Next one is delivery promptness, skill of trainers and employees, and after that quality management system to enhance satisfaction of the beneficiaries. The second one, support system of government agencies, is that National Institute for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, that is NIMSME. Now, what is NIMSME? It was originally set up as a Central Industrial Extension Training Institute in New Delhi in 1960 as a department under the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, Government of India. National Institute for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises is the pioneering national institute under the aegis of Ministry of MSME, Government of India, that has been instrumental in conducting several outstanding training programs, research programs, consultancy studies since 1962. NIMSME has been doing pioneering work in the field of entrepreneurship, enterprise and cluster development ever since its inception. The institute has initiated several specialized programs right from executive development to feasibility survey and analysis and capability building programs for young engineers, technocrats and so on. The vision of NIMSME is to emerge as one of the best global entrepreneurship institute that supports startups, micro, small and medium enterprises at each and every step of their business journey. This is all about the NIMSME. Now the next one is that PMEGP, that is Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program is a credit-linked subsidy program administered by Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India. Khadi and Village Industries Commission (KYC) is the nodal agency at national level for implementation of the scheme. At the state level, the scheme is implemented through KYC, KYB and District Industries Center. This is about PMEGP scheme. Now, what is the objective of this scheme? First one is to generate employment opportunities in rural as well as urban areas through setting up of small employment ventures. And the second one objective of Prime Minister Employment Generation Program is that to provide continuous and sustainable employment to a large segment of traditional and prospective artisans and unemployed youth, so as to help arrest migration of rural youth to urban areas. Now we will see what is the scope of PMEGP. The first one is the scheme is applicable to all viable, that is technically as well as economically projects in rural as well as urban areas under micro enterprises sector. And the second one is the maximum cost of the project admissible under manufacturing sector is rupees 25 lakhs and business or service sector is rupees 10 lakhs. Only one person from family is eligible for obtaining financial assistance under the scheme. The next one is related to the assistance under the scheme is available only for new projects, and the assistance under the scheme will not be available to activities indicated in the negative list under the scheme. And the last but not least is the eligibility criteria for entrepreneurs or borrowers. Any individuals above 18 years of age can be applicable for this. The beneficiaries should have passed at least 8 standard for setting up of project costing above rupees 10 lakhs in manufacturing sector and above rupees 5 lakhs in business or service sector. Self-help groups also eligible for this. Institutions registered under Societies Registration Act that in 1860. Next one criteria is that production cooperative societies also applicable and charitable trusts are eligible for the PMEGP scheme. Next, what is the selection of beneficiaries? The beneficiaries will be identified and selected at the district level by a task force consisting of representatives from KYC, State KYB, State DIC and banks, and headed by the district magistrate, deputy commissioner or collector concerned. Now, what are the security assets for PMEGP? Assets created out of banks finance, then personal guarantee of proprietor or promoter. There is no collateral security up to 5 lakh. Eligible units will be covered under Credit Guarantee Fund scheme for micro and small enterprises, excluding margin money and subsidy component. This is about the PMEGP scheme. Now we will see the next, Directorate of Industry. I know you all are aware about these all concepts. First one, what is Directorate of Industry? Directorate of Industries, Government of Maharashtra is an executive arm of the Industries Department of Government of Maharashtra and is engaged in implementation of government policies for all-round development of industries in the state by seeking coordination among the state-level promotional corporations like MIDC, KYB and so on, and other department of government relating to industries. The Directorate of Industries has been established to monitor, implement and develop various schemes including incentive schemes for promotion of industries in Maharashtra. It also assists the state government in the formulation of various industry-related policies and promotional schemes. The Directorate of Industries implements various schemes and incentives for promotion of industries in Maharashtra. Most notable among all schemes is the package scheme of incentives 2013. The latest one announced along with the latest industrial policy 2013 of the state. The Directorate of is supported by 6 regional offices, a sub-regional office at Nanded, and DIC, District Industries Center at every district. The power to implement the schemes are decentralized to maximum extent and are vested with the DIC for effective delivery mechanism at district level. And now we will see the last point, that is Khadi Village Industries Commission, that is KYC. It plans, promotes, organizes and implements programs for the development of Khadi and other village industries in rural areas nationwide. KYC also helps in building up a reserve of raw materials for supply to producers. There are various functions performed by the KYC, like building up of reserve of raw materials and implementation for supply to producers. The second one function is that formation of common service facilities for processing of raw materials that include semi-finished goods, promoting the sale and marketing of Khadi and village industries products as well as handicrafts. Next one is that promoting research in the village industry sector related production techniques and equipment. And the last one function is that providing financial assistance to individuals and institutions for the development and operation of Khadi and village industries. These are the few functions performed by the Khadi Village Industries Commission, that is KYC. Now we will see the features of the KYC. The interest rate for the KYC depends on the applicant's profile and business requirements. And the second one is loan offered are directed and governed by the PMEGP, under which is below mentioned criteria for the specific MSMEs. That is, loan amount for manufacturing sector is maximum rupees 25 lakh. You all know that. And loan amount for business and service sector is maximum rupees 10 lakh. Now next one feature is that function funding pattern. It is mentioned below. It is mentioned in the PMEGP scheme. Also repayment tenure, that is from 3 years to 7 years, including 6 months of moratorium period. Income capping is having no criteria, and margin is lock-in for 3 years in separate account, later adjusted with KYC loan. Now we will see what is the eligibility criteria for the KYC scheme. KYC loan can be availed by the following entities, like individuals of minimum 18 years of age with 8th class pass certificate. The second one is self-help groups can also eligible. Registered and cooperative societies are also eligible for this scheme, and charitable trusts can be applied for this scheme. This is all about the government agencies support systems. In the next session, we will see support agencies for entrepreneurship guidance, training, registration, technical consultation, technology transfer and quality control, marketing and finance. Thank you so much.